I'm Heather Valgas for Performance Marketing Insider, and joining me today is Jeff McCollum, founder and president of Cake. Jeff, thank you so much for being here with me.
Thanks, Heather. Good to be here.
So, what exactly is Cake? I know what I think Cake is, but...
Yeah, right? Well, it's great. The name, actually, everyone remembers the name. And that actually comes from, I think it's important to know, a piece of cake. And what it is we built a software product for performance marketing to enable people to really analyze their digital spend, to optimize what they're doing in performance marketing.
Okay, so what makes it different from the competitors that were already out there when you came up with that idea?
Sure. So, strangely enough, when we started the company 7 years ago, we were in the space, and I had used some of the other products out there. And one of the things that we were really looking for was a reliable, scalable product. When I mean scalable and reliable, it's not only about just guaranteed uptime, but it's also about being innovative and evolving as the industry is evolving. So at the time, lead generation was a big part of what we were doing, and no other product out there was providing lead generation tools. So we built the tools in-house, we're using these things in-house, and realized a need in the marketplace. So the thing that really makes us different is just that innovative culture, continuously adding feature sets that are going to help you expand your business. So that's when I talk about scalability, it's really being able to scale as the industry scaling.
Right, okay. So who has been your typical customer for Cake?
So when we started out the licensing Cake about four and a half years ago, it was really the affiliate marketers, and it was really the networks early on because they were the early adapters, right? These guys are bleeding edge technologists. These guys are on the edge looking for what's going to give them a competitive advantage. So the product actually sold itself. We didn't have to do any marketing for the first couple of years. It was all referral business. One client would use it, then somebody would log in and see they were using it, and they would understand the feature set, and then most importantly, the reliability. We're really known for being the most accurate, reliable product, and the networks just started kind of communicating, and we grew organically all the way to, through the last couple of years. It's all been organic growth.
Okay, so walk me through exactly what the features and the benefits are of the Cake platform.
Sure. Well, so when I look at the Cake platform, I really think of providing a suite of products, right? It's not just tracking web analytics. It's about mobile tracking. So we have a full suite, a full mobile product as well, an SDK to track installs, to track events. Those are things that happen within the mobile application, because it's not just about tracking installs, it's about, well, they installed the product, what are they doing in the product now? So mobile is a big part of our complete suite. Lead generation, which we talked about earlier. Lead generation is being able to capture data and distribute that data, host and post, ping post, that's built into the product. Then we also look at tracking search. You can track all of your search within Cake, and also display. So being able to look at all four of those things, it really gives you the entire ecosystem in performance-based marketing. With placing our tracking links in all of those areas, you're now getting a full picture of what's happening in your performance spend.
What kind of data can you show me with the tracking elements?
In terms of the data that we're looking at, it's all about, like we talked about earlier, events. It's looking at any type of actionable item or anything that you want to actually see happen, we can track. That can be an image, that can be a click, that can be a lead. These are all things that we're tracking that you'd want to see. Now, when you look at that data, it's also then being able to look at the lifetime value of that. It's not just looking at, well, this person converted today and we sold X product. It's about, well, did they come back? Did they buy multiple products? Did they stay signed up as a client for a long time? So I can look at that digital spend for a time period and then extract that over a period and know what that lifetime value of that spend was.
Okay, so basically it's letting me get kind of down to the nitty-gritty on each customer and potentially seeing where my weak spots are and what I could fix to enhance my ROI?
Absolutely. It's all about focusing on where you're getting the best ROI, right? If you're out there spending a lot of money in a lot of different areas, we're able to track that back to the creative, the time period, down to the hour, down to, obviously the publisher, the sub-publisher. You're going to look back and know where you're getting the most, return on your investment, and then thus be able to optimize and spend more in those areas.
Okay, so when you talk about lead generation, does that mean that if I use Cake, I don't need an autoresponder service such as Aweber or GetResponse or any of those other ones?
Yeah, yes, in a way. It enables you to basically now collect your own data, right? At the end of the day, data is so valuable, as we know, right? So if you have a pre-lander where you're just collecting first name, last name, email address, you can now take that data yourself and be able to market to that, understand who the consumer is. So lead generation is just about collecting the data for yourself. Now, in an aggregator scenario, you can actually collect that data and then sell it to multiple sources. So for an example, in auto, you want to generate new car leads. You create an auto purchase form. People come in, fill out, yes, I'm interested in this car, this is where I live. You can now take that data and ping multiple buyers and sell that data to those buyers, and thus facilitating the whole sale of a car.
You mentioned that you've integrated mobile into this. How exactly does the mobile interface work?
So it depends on what you're doing, right? The great thing about Cake is, and when we talk about our enterprise client, we're going to talk a little moving forward here about a new product that we've released I'm really excited to tell you about. But our current enterprise product includes this entire suite of tools. And one of those tools is mobile. As we know, so many things are mobile related. So if you have a mobile app, we have an SDK that you can actually put in the app to track installs, to track downloads. But we can also track anything that happens within that mobile app. So it's leveraging the same Cake backbone, same DNA that we have for Cake within the mobile product as well. And that's a big advantage because today there's a lot of mobile products out there that are separate from the actual tracking platform. So if you are tracking mobile and want to then put it into your affiliate space or into another area, you actually have two systems that you're monitoring. We put it all into one system. Less clicks, less hops for the user, which is great for accuracy, but more importantly, one dashboard for all the data.
Okay. You mentioned that the name comes from it being a piece of cake. And yet when you talk about all this tracking, I know so many people who, as soon as you mention testing and tracking, kind of their eyes glaze over. It's not a piece of cake. It's like, it's numbers, it's math, it's technology that they don't want to deal with. So how exactly do you take all these elements that a lot of people can't stand and make it into a piece of cake?
Yeah, well, it's true, and that was the idea when we started the product was there was nothing out there that really kind of held your hand. So we came up with a very intuitive interface. We use this wizard-based system that actually walks you through the different steps in terms of what you need to do, how to set up an offer, how to do the basics of getting a campaign live, if you will. So it's really through our interface that we've made it a piece of cake. Now, obviously, we have all the traditional tool tips and things built into the product, but it's also about being a thought leader in the space. We're constantly out there communicating to all of our users as well as our community about how to make the product easier, how to make it more efficient, if you will, from an end user perspective. And I think that's what really led into the release of our new product.
Okay, let's talk about that new product. So you mentioned you had the enterprise solution to begin with. Now you've got a new product called Cupcake. Tell us about Cupcake.
Well, another great name, right? I think it's suitable just to kind of fit right into our suite of products. We're really excited about Cupcake. So Cupcake is it's built on the Cake platform. So it has all of the scalability and reliability of Cake. It is a cloud-based solution, so we're leveraging Amazon's cloud, and it's really our entry-level product. Starting at $3.99 a month, you get all of the necessary things to run your own affiliate program, if you will. You can do mobile, you can do lead gen, you can do e-commerce. E-commerce is another part of our product that we've recently released in the last year, which enables retailers to now take advantage of the performance space. So Cupcake, we're really excited about this. Now this really is a piece of cake to use. We've taken out a lot of that advanced functionality that the larger networks and the enterprise clients need to really boil it down to here's the basic needs The basic fundamentals of necessary to run your own program. And it's self-serve. Log on to getcake.com, go to Cupcake, put in your credit card information, you get an instant setup for you immediately.